Hey guys, my name is Ryan and welcome to Overwatch Central. Today we're going to go over some stats in relation to the meta and most importantly I feel, who is the most popular hero in the game in terms of pick rate. We're going to look at the overbuff stats for that because honestly I saw it and I was very surprised who it is. Usually you sort of expect Mercy, Moira was very popular at the time, Brigitte, Diva, but it's none of those. It's actually somebody completely different and it does shine a light on a hero that I still think needs some love honestly. But also I want to go over some stats which really show how problematic this meta is when it comes to diversity of hero choice and areas relating to that. In fact, we'll go over that first. On the competitive Overwatch subreddit, there was this data analysis posted by Long Jumping Can, which goes over the popularity between the top 7 heroes that are picked popularity-wise, how much usage they cover in comparison to the other heroes that aren't in the top 7. The top 7 heroes in no particular order for the supports, it's obviously Brigitte, Mercy and Zen, tanks is Reinhardt and Zarya, and then the 2 DPS are Hanzo and Widowmaker. Mostly switching around to the more known comp of Ryan Zarya, triple support, Hanzo for the Graviton Dragon combo, but also mixing it up to be 2 supports as well, dropping a Brigitte for a Widowmaker. They're the most popular strategies now. Pharah is involved in there somewhat, but just not to the same level as these top 7 heroes. Well, looking at previous metas, we could sort of see from Season 5 to Season 9, the popularity of the top 7 heroes was about 60%. So basically less than 2/3 of the game was made up of the 7 heroes being used. Every meta is going to have more popular heroes. Tracer and Genji in the past, Winston and Diva were all these primary heroes that you more or less ran every single time. However, going on to Season 10 with this meta that I've just spoken about, that has actually peaked at about 75%. It's dropped a little bit back to 70%, but it really does show that this is one of the least diverse metas, with these main heroes taking up the majority of the games. But it's more or less the heroes which are going from 8th to 14th on popularity have dwindled a lot. So to give some examples of these heroes, you've got Tracer, you've got Ana, Genji, Moira, Lucio, McCree. They've all dropped significantly in pick rate because of this meta. And that's a big problem, I'd say. I'm certainly on the side and understand people that say that this is a really fun meta. It's a change more than anything. It's nice to play with Reinhardts and Zaryas again. It's nice to play different strategies and just dive. However, this I feel is going to get very boring very quickly. And no meta where 7 out of the 27 heroes in the game take up the full majority of use. Just to reiterate, it was around 55% to 60% in previous metas, but this has spiked up a good 20%. These 7 heroes completely dominating the game. Some more than the others, sure, but that's how it looks in Grandmaster. For Master and Diamond, it's not as drastic, but we all know how these trickle-down mechanics work. So this is something that I really wanted to highlight. It really does give a nice representation to just how the game is currently looking and feeling. And honestly, I've been having more fun playing in Diamond games on like an alt account, playing Zen and Ana because the compositions are more diverse, than now getting to the high ends of Master and even some GM games just over 4K where it is just triple support, Hanzo, who can do better in that sense. It's really dull. However, now I want to highlight the king of pick rate in this current meta. It's actually Reinhardt. See, this is interesting for a multitude of reasons. You'd expect that Mercy, Zen, Brigitte, the supports would be taking up the main brunt of pick rate, but it actually does make sense that it would be this way around. Reinhardt in GM is picked 13.69% of the time, going from overbuff, but on average, it's about 10.36%, just ahead of Mercy, who is more or less the most popular main in the game currently. Now, this really does show that the dive tanks are completely dead. It's weird to see Winston and Diva in this situation where they're just not played a lot. There's some situations where dive is still going to be really good on Gibraltar playing certain strategies, but more or less you're running with Reinhardt and Zarya. Now, this highlights a lot of problems for me because Reinhardt is still one of the buggiest heroes in the game. Earthshatter especially is one of those ultimates that can easily win an engagement or even win a game if you can pull it off properly, but there's so many inconsistencies with it. How it works on corners, the fact that it actually Earthshatters people behind a Reinhardt shield, how charges still work. It's been one of the things that's been constantly fixed in bug patch fix updates, but still feels that it's going a little bit awry. I don't want to make another video basically say that Reinhardt is broken, but it still feels that Earthshatter is one of those abilities that still needs to be looked at because, again, it can win games, and there's lots of examples out there of Earthshatters just doing stuff that it shouldn't do.
and soul shattered. How did that not hit?
So it's more of a reminder of Reinhardt is the most popular hero in the game currently with his pick rate. He needs a little bit more love though to just make him still as strong. But he is the lesser of three evils playing main tank. We all understand how a Reese and Winston really struggle in this meta. Reinhardt still struggles, he still gets his ass whooped a lot of the time, but he's the best option out of the main tanks. But this is just an update video I wanted to go over being the least diverse meta that we've had so far since like season 5. Basically since these stats have been available to us in this regard. And that's not just an anecdotal experience, that is more or less fact in the highest tiers. And Reinhardt is now the king of the meta, being the most popular hero going from overbuff stats, which is very interesting to see considering he's taken over Mercy and Brigitte. But thanks for watching, let us know what you think of this. It's just a quick roundup, there hasn't been much news this week, everybody's waiting on some Metro like Resident Sleeper, so this is just a quick update to what the meta is looking like. If you enjoyed it, do let us know, and until next time, take care, we'll see you then.